I have had many requests to make a video on American IndyCar driver Colton Herta, and I must admit I have had one planned for absolutely ages. However, as some of you know, I hibernated for the best part of 3 months towards the end of 2021 and got absolutely nothing done. However, I am finally here to provide you lot with the content that I have planned. Colton Herta could be considered a fan favourite, with a decent following within the IndyCar community. When studying his career, you could draw some parallels between the American and F1 champion Max Verstappen. They have a similar aurora on a racetrack in my opinion, and I thought it could be interesting to look into this in more detail. So strap yourselves in, grab your nearest tub of Silent X Energy and enjoy Colton Herta, the Max Verstappen of IndyCar. Herta began racing in 2010. At the age of 10, where he made his karting debut in the SK USA and IKF series, although he had been karting more casually since the age of 6. He made his single-seater debut at the age of 13, finishing second in the SBF 2000 Winter Series, which was a respectable result for a rookie. In 2014, he attended the USF 2000 Championship, finishing P15, which wasn't anything groundbreaking. However, he wasn't allowed to attend the first weekend due to age requirements. Later that year, Herta made his international racing debut in Sepang in the Asia Cup Series, taking part in one event where he won one race and scored 3 podium finishes, which was very impressive. He also made a one-off appearance in the Global Rallycross Championship Lights, being the youngest driver to compete in the series. I mean, by the sounds of it, this kid just wanted to break every youngest driver record he physically could. In 2015, he made his debut in the MSA British Formula 4 Championship with Carlin, as the youngest driver at 15 years old. I mean, when I was 15, I made Fortnite videos in my bedroom. Colton was the only American on the grid and got his first win in the second race at Snetterton, helping the United States win the Nations Cup. Not really relevant, but I thought I'd mention it. He went on to collect 3 more victories throughout the season, finishing 3rd overall behind Lando Norris and Ricky Collard. But hey, he finished ahead of Mr. Dan Ticktum. In 2016, he wanted to move to the British F3 series. However, he was too young to compete at the opening round. Therefore, he made the switch to the Euroformula Open Championship, staying with Carlin. He finished 3rd in the championship with 4 wins, 6 podium finishes, and 5 pole positions. Herta then went on to compete in 6 British F3 events, scoring 3 podium finishes, including a victory at Brands Hatch. It was clear at this point that this lad was absolutely rapid, receiving attention from many different teams in many different series. In 2017, Andretti Steinbrenner Racing's Indy Lights team signed Herta to pilot their 98 car. He began the year very strongly, with a 2nd place finish in the first race at St. Petersburg, and followed it up with a victory in the Sunday race. He got his 2nd win at the next event at Barber Motorsports Park. So it's pretty safe to say that he began the season incredibly well. Colton understandably won Rookie of the Year and finished 3rd in the championship behind Kyle Kaiser and Santiago Urrutia. In 2018, Herta remained in Indy Lights for Andretti Steinbrenner. He won 4 races, including all 3 held at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, both races of the GP of Indianapolis and the Freedom 100 on the Speedway. He finished the championship in 2nd, behind his Andretti teammate Patricio O'Ward, who managed to remain more consistent throughout the year. Although P2 was enough for Herta to sign for Harding Steinbrenner for the 2019 IndyCar season, piloting the number 88 car, with that beautiful white and green livery. This meant that Herta had broken another record, being the first driver born in the 2000s to start an IndyCar race. The American finished a respectable P8 on debut at St. Petersburg. However, he broke yet another record on March the 24th, becoming the youngest ever winner in IndyCar history at 18, by winning the race at COTA in his 2nd IndyCar race. His results would then tank ever so slightly for the best part of 13 races. He qualified 5th for the Indy 500, but unfortunately retired after just 4 laps after a gearbox failure, which was a huge shame for the youngster since he was at no fault for this whatsoever. At the final race weekend, Herta became the youngest ever IndyCar pole sitter when he took pole at Road America, just another record for Colton to add to his ever-growing collection. He won the race at Laguna Seca and finished 7th in the overall standings, just 5 points behind Rookie of the Year Felix Rosenqvist. Herta remained with Harding Steinbrenner Racing in 2020, with additional backing from Andretti Autosport. He finished 7th in the opening round at the Texas Motor Speedway and finished 8th at the Indy 500, which demonstrated how far he'd come since some of his poorer oval performances in 2019. Herta took 1 win during the course of the season at Mid-Ohio. However, consistency is incredibly important within IndyCar. He scored 7 top 5s in 14 races and finished 3rd in the championship, which was great for his 2nd season. Going into 2021, Herta was seen as the strongest challenger to Scott Dixon for the IndyCar title. Herta would move to Andretti Autosport, running the number 26 car with backing from Gamebridge. Colton unfortunately got caught up in an accident caused by Joseph Newgarden at the season opener in Barber, but managed to make up for it with a win in St. Petersburg, his first win on a street circuit. The rest of the season proved to be a struggle for the 26 car, scoring only 2 podiums mid-season. His races were frequently ruined by poor strategy, mechanical failures, and unforced driving errors, such as his crash at Nashville.
I think Herta just hit the wall. Colton Herta has thrown it all away.
Herta qualified on pole position for the race, led most of the race, lost the lead on caution to Marcus Ericsson, and crashed out of the race while attempting to take the lead back from Ericsson in the closing laps. Colton would pick up his second win of the season at Laguna Seca, where he led all but one lap of the race to win from pole, so a dominant drive to reinforce some of his confidence. He finished the season with a victory at Long Beach. He began for P14 and worked his way through the field to take the lead and win his third race of the season. This secured him 5th in the championship standings, which really didn't demonstrate just how much pace Herta had throughout. Colton is staying with Andretti for the 2022 season, going into the championship as one of the favourites. In my opinion, the 21-year-old is the fastest driver on the grid. Look at his qualifying at Nashville, for instance, setting a lap nearly 0.6 seconds faster than second place Scott Dixon. When it comes to out-and-out pace, Colton is on top. However, he really struggles with consistency. Yes, this is a largely unfair comment due to his poor luck in 2021, however there were still many unforced errors, so if you can reduce the number of unnecessary crashes and figure out the strategy, I believe that Herta has a great shot at the 2022 championship. So why do I draw parallels to Max Verstappen? Well, both drivers are outstandingly rapid, and they've both broken youngest driver records within their respective series. Heck, they both achieved their first victory at the age of 18. Both drivers began their careers as the rapid youngster, performing some incredible acts of racecraft within their rookie season, and they both made a handful of rookie errors. However, we have seen both drivers mature over the past few years, with Max reaching his full potential with the F1 Drivers' Championship in 2021. There is no reason that Herta can't mirror this and win the IndyCar Championship in 2022. Furthermore, both of their fathers are men of power within their respective motorsports. Obviously, we all know that Jos Verstappen raced in Formula 1 and had an effect on Max's career, but lesser fans of IndyCar may not know that Colton's dad, Brian Herta, used to race in kart and IndyCar, and owned his own team within the series. At the moment, Brian is Colton's race engineer, which is a really sweet dynamic and must be awesome for the youngster. But then again, I can imagine it's pretty annoying. If my dad was my race engineer, I'd get very angry. It's not really relevant, but I thought that this parallel was worth addressing too. The results on track are certainly the most damning pieces of evidence to support this little comparison of mine. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please remember to subscribe to the channel and go check out my new gaming channel with the link in the description. There are going to be fun weekly videos highlighting the best moments from my Twitch streams. So if that's something you like the sound of, remember to go and check that out.
Oh, you absolute clown!
Anyway, let me know down below if there are any specific drivers you'd like me to have a look at in upcoming videos. I'm always open to suggestions. Right, okay, I'll stop waffling. I'll see you all in the next video, but until then, take care and thank you very much for watching.